Welcome back to Rogue's Nerdery. If you're trying to reach June, please hang up the phone.
Press 1 for a good podcast. Press 2 for a bad podcast.
Press 3 for Rogue's Nerdery. Hello again, listener. We have managed to break our way out of the old time capsule.
We're real busy trying to scrap together the lost episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't.
We
find
lost
it.
ourselves.
Yeah, that voyage took us to somewhere in the Caribbean, presumably, I guess. Wait, where's somewhere funnier? Arctic?
The jungle.
The jungle.
Down under.
Down under.
Deep into the tundras of Australia.
We're back.
We got lost in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that one would be really believable.
It's the truth.
Yeah,
At least for me.
Priorities.
Lost in the jungle of Baldur's Gate.
but it's an expansive game.
Yeah.
Lots to get lost in.
Yeah. Worthy of an episode sometime.
Is there? Do we have anything? Is there housekeeping other than just like addressing the gap? Are we gonna plan what we're gonna win next time, or is that gonna be like a thing at the end?
See, planning doesn't mix that well with us.
That's true.
We definitely have stuff that we want to do. More Castle Hogsweed eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
That's true.
We got more Ren. I'm not having that time go to waste.
Plenty of stuff to talk about. Baldur's Gate, Starfield, other stuff.
Baldur's Gate.
Cyberpunk.
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 Got its final update, so
Yep.
it's fully done.
And the anime.
Yeah,
Oh, a live action show got announced for Cyberpunk, actually.
really.
Yeah, set in the
Shit.
same universe as the game, but not with any of the same characters.
Oh, huh.
Any Constantine news?
There is, I'm pretty sure there's Constantine news.
Oh,
Like that too actually got confirmed. We might have jumped the gun at some point around episode 2, but other than us reckoning with the fact that there was a lot of interest in it, not only
there's
from
a strong
fans,
maybe.
but people, it was. But now it's getting made.
I don't think we
Possibly.
have to reckon with
Or
it.
wait, you know what it is? There's a trailer, right?
Yeah. Well, I know there
There's a
isn't. There
teaser.
isn't. Yeah.
Oh, teaser.
I don't even think there's a teaser. I think those are all fan made. But
Oh, shit.
again, according to Screen Rant, which again, do what you will with that, it is actually in production.
Here's all I'm saying on the matter, right? If we jump the gun and it does eventually get made, we didn't jump the gun. We were just early.
That's true. Well,
We're willing it into existence.
Yeah.
Actually,
Laid
I
it
think.
Oh,
yeah,
Grant
we're
Morrison
lathing
style.
into existence. That's the quote.
all of our listeners out there who are excited for
And all
Constantine-
our viewers.
and our viewers, especially our viewers,
And our readers. Personally, I care mostly about our readers.
read that true, and our
Mailers? I don't know. What
Mailers?
else?
Yeah.
What other kind of engagement can there be?
everyone on our mailing list.
Players?
All our
Astral
players out there.
projectors.
Oh yeah.
All the real players out there.
And those in the live studio audience, we know you love Constantine. Please flock to the interwebs and make it known. Wow, it appears to
All
only
three
be
of
3
them.
people in the studio audience today. Usually it's much busier, I swear. But yeah, I'm so excited about Constantine too. That seems so exciting. So scratch your calendar. Go to your calendars and scratch off anything
I don't
pertaining
think there's
to.
like a day. Never mind. What were you gonna say? What are you scratching off on your calendar?
I was gonna say, forget about Craven. We're moving on.
Wait a second. I don't think we've even talked about Craven on the pod, but I am fucking excited for Craven.
We have not
It's coming out this 2024. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Very
well,
soon.
it got pushed back to 2024, I think. Either that or 2025.
Oh,
All I know is they got pushed back.
darn. That's all I can. That's all I can say.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, so what are we doing this week?
All right. To this week, we have what we like to call Bargain Bin.
Bargain bin.
Bargain bin!
Well, we gotta say it with conviction. Try one more time, Jess.
This time with meaning.
The Bargain Bin.
The bargain bin!
The bargain bin.
Sometimes hard for us to decide on a game to do for a game episode, right?
I feel like usually pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for a game.
So,
I mean,
the right
where's the
decision.
time these days?
The right decision, then. So why don't we just do like 3? And for that to work, it's got to be smaller ones we can cover in a short period of time, and ones that we don't need to make the whole entirety of the Rogues Nerdery hosts play.
Something simple.
Are we
Something
only doing
simple.
3?
Something cheap.
Well, I mean, one for each of us. But I mean, I'm
There's
not to
always
get
time for
ahead,
more.
but
Okay, all right.
I might be fitting more than one into my slot. Oh, shit.
That's not what I was laughing at. Although it does
Really?
work. Yes.
So we each find a game, $5 or less. Play it for a little bit or finish it all the way. And then we're going to each talk about it, share what we found.
Hell yeah. Bargain bin.
Bargain bin.
Bargain bin.
Bargain bin.
Come out and play. Yay. Well, who wants to go first or talk about their experience choosing? Do we all name our games and then talk about them intermittently? How you want to attack this? Because I, very unlike me, waited until the last minute before remembering or being told that this is in fact what we were doing. So I had a perilous journey deciding what game I wanted to play. Many highs and lows. But, yeah, we can come back around to that.
You do ahead of time.
I've kind of known what I was going to do roughly since we came up with the idea for Bargain Bin. But there were a lot of other games I considered doing and threw around with, but I kept coming back to the same one. Or I should say ones, because it's something iterative upon itself, and every iteration of it's less than $1, so I thought I might do a bit of a series.
I searched through PlayStation Network for mine.
Oh,
So I
nice.
figured it'd be different from what you guys have, probably on Steam, so...
Want to talk about what our considerations were before we talk about what we actually chose? Because I think I've got some funny ones.
Oh, just like different games that we looked at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of disappointing ones. There were a lot of ones where I thought it was going to be $5. I was hoping to talk about Metal Slug, and then, like...
There's a lot
Metal Slug is $7.
of, like, 2D side-scrollers, which isn't that surprising, I guess. Or the, like, top-down, like, run around and shoot stuff.
God, I was hoping
Yeah.
to do, like...
I was looking at one specifically that was
Yeah?
kind of spooky themed. Roguelite.
And it's not the one you went with?
Yeah.
Care to
It
share?
is?
Correct. No, it's not.
What was it?
What do you mean? I actually don't remember the name. It is on my wish list. I could like paw through it and find
Yeah,
it. If
that's
you want me
okay.
to?
I
Yeah.
barely remembered the name for the game I actually played.
Oh.
But now I remember it.
There are also a lot of, like, little boomer shooters that only take, like, 2 or 3 hours to get through. And I want to do one of them, but they're all, like... Most of them are somewhere between the $5 and $10 mark. So that's
I
unfortunate.
will say there was a lot of interesting things. Like, at least description-wise, it got me interested, and then I looked at it, and I was like, oh, I don't think I can get through that.
Yeah. There were some that when I started to play it, it was like, this one is going to take a little bit too long to do it. I don't know if it technically counts. I know we kind of shied away from anything that's on sale. But both of these games were on sale, and I did look at them, and they were something I was interested in doing, but it was 2 Suda51 games. I think one was the 25th Ward,
Interesting.
and another one was Killer 7. Actually, don't
I've
quote me
been
that the
needing
25th
to
Ward
play
is
Killer
Suda51. I don't know if it actually is or not, but I think it was. But both were $4.99, and I was like, this could be good. But when I looked up, it was like, it might be like a 12 to 18 hour story, and I was like, I don't think I can just sit down and crank that out.
I just tried to avoid anything that was free because it felt like that was kind of not necessarily the spirit of it.
It is balling on a budget, though.
And then, there were some good sales on a lot of games that were like $20 or more that were only $5. But the sale was ending soon, so I didn't want to pick one of those.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be like, yeah, get this, and then the sale's over.
I knew you were iffy about that, because like in Discord, you were like, if it's ending soon.
Yeah, it just felt bad.
Part of me really want to do Cyberhook because it's like 3 something right now, but it's on a 75% off sale, so, it would be done in a week, and I wasn't sure if the episode was going to be out like a couple days before the sale ends. And that feels like it would be kind of scummy for the theme.
That's
of it.
why I
Sold
didn't.
it.
There's a game that I bought, but then I didn't go with it because of that situation.
That said, if I ever had an opportunity to talk about Cyberhook, that game is fucking amazing. It's so simple, but it's like, it is literally the best that can be done with grappling hooks in a game.
Well, we could do another edition where it's like under 20.
You could. but then I'd probably be talking about Distance, which is also in a very similar vein, but aesthetically I like a lot more.
I ended up doing one of each.
One of each?
Yeah, I have 2 games actually.
Interesting.
One
Well.
was one I had gotten on sale, but was not currently on sale. And another is one that's just under $5. Always has, probably always will be. Oh, I'm sorry. Really quick, I do want to say I really, 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 really wanted to find I Spy Spooky Mansion.
What?
And I couldn't. It is a great game, but it
never
is
heard of it.
not
Oh
on
my
Steam.
god, I think I remember that from the library computer of my elementary school.
Yes. It was
Oh my god.
Scholastic Catalog original computer game. I don't know if it's original, but I do know you could get it through that. And I had a lot of memories with that, and since it was spooky season,
Uh-huh.
I really wanted to play that, and I couldn't find it. Technically, it would have been a free game. I would have just probably had to run a virtual machine, and that felt a little disingenuous. More disingenuous than a free game. Well, it probably would be free. It doesn't matter. More disingenuous than other things because that seems like a lot of work to just play a game from 1990.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, the thought crossed my mind to just like find some old games on Fightcade and call it a free game, but that's a little bit too much work to put someone through.
Yeah, if you could just buy it on Steam,
Yeah.
I would have done it in a heartbeat. But I am disappointed. I want to mention that. Anyway, sorry. Who wants to go first?
Want me to try to find you Spooky Mansion?
Well, speaking of spooky and free, Callisto Protocols is free on PlayStation Plus.
Is this
no,
it?
it's not the game that I picked, but
Oh,
I know that you were interested in it, and so was I, but I don't want to buy it, so it's free now.
did you buy it?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
free.
Are you gonna?
Yeah,
have
it's
you played it?
downloaded. I haven't played it yet, but I will.
That is exciting. I do really want to know about Callisto Protocol. That's the Dead Space
Yeah, the Dead Space knockoff.
knockoff. I thought it was the same
Is it
like
this?
developers.
Well, it's kind of like they knocked themselves off because it's like the same thing,
Oh.
but different.
I hope you had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
Editor, keep that in.
I'll have to use that more often. I'm sure it's still probably good though.
yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It'll probably scare the shit out of me still.
Yeah, I couldn't find I Spy Spooky Mansion. I guess I will go first.
All right.
You couldn't spy.
No
I
volunteers.
I
spy.
couldn't, but I went with a similar theme. This game is $1.99, I believe, and it's called A Building Full of Cats.
Really?
And
Oh my god.
is basically it's kind of just like an I Spy thing. You get to find cute little cat doodles. There's like 5 different levels. I also found a rooftop level and a secret underground bunker level. Like kind of had a bunch of like radioactive imagery and stuff. And I thought it was going to be really simple. It definitely was, but I enjoyed playing it. And there was like a lot of like other content. There's like some secret cats I could find on the levels. Just finding the extra level in the first place. So that was my under $5 game. The music was really good. It was relaxing. I like the color palettes on stuff.
Worth
yeah.
the $2?
Worth the $2? I think so.
Would you play it again?
Would I play it again?
Without
Yes.
the podcast?
Yes, especially if you just need something, if you're like hanging out in a Discord call and you're just chilling, you don't have that much energy to like play a game. This is a great thing to just amuse yourself with and also have other people participate in. It served what I was looking for pretty well.
Did you have other people watch you play and help you?
I did. It was me and my sister.
Okay. That's kind of fun.
It took us like 2.5, almost 3 hours to like do the whole thing. So it's not like a super long game, but it was relaxing and really chill.
Well, that's like 30 cents to your hour.
Is it the dollar per
Dollar
playing
per-
hour?
$1 per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's well, honestly, that passes then.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad. Was it the most involved game? Absolutely not. My other game is one that was not on sale. When I looked it up, it was $9.99, but I definitely got it for $4.99, and it was Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, which I believe was built in assembly. So it runs. It is maybe one of the best optimized games ever created.
Built in assembly?
It was created in assembly, the entire game.
What does that mean?
Okay, that means something kind of silly, right? So,
In case the listener doesn't know, because I totally know what you're talking about.
Assembly code is converted into executable machine code by a utility program referred to as an assembler.
So do you think they did that for any particular reason, or
The guy who did it was insane. Probably not. I know,
That really should be the takeaway here.
I know it's really tedious, and he probably didn't need to do that, but
just wanted to?
yeah.
Roller
But because
Coaster
of that, it
Tycoon's
runs really.
really old, right?
I don't
Tycoon
think
2?
so.
It's not.
It's
not
not
like
as old
new.
as you might think.
Tycoon
But
2,
that game has been around for a long time.
2002.
Well, that's old.
I think
enough.
I also got this through Scholastic.
Yeah, I don't think there's probably no excuse then to be running an assembly other than being, eccentric. Because there's definitely better stuff to be coding that in at the time.
Yeah,
As
Better-
in actual programming languages.
Better stuff. I don't
but
know.
not cooler.
It's much more streamlined, but it is very tedious, and it is. I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I just know it's a pain in the ass. But very, very much low-level programming software.
How long did you play it for?
About 6 hours.
What was the funniest thing that happened?
Well,
Don't they have
okay. I'm including a time. I'm telling a story. Well, there's a different time I played it too, because I actually bought this game years ago. In 2018, I remember building a whole world. This was when I went on vacation with my dad and his girlfriend's family, and my sister came along too. And one of the days, we just stayed in the hotel room and played Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 on my laptop, and we made a world called Musk World.
Musk
World, yep. Basically, in homage, if you will, to Elon Musk. Ironically, a lot of the facts of different things weren't as well known, but our park absolutely did run just with rolling debt. And I had my most popular ride was one of those things where it's like, oh god, just the really tall singular structure and the like power tower like type
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Where it just goes up and falls
Yep.
down.
Yeah, one of those. But mine kept breaking because I built it a little higher than I should have. So I would say about once a month in park time, the ride would go up. It would blast off. It was rocket themed. Again, another ironic coincidence. But it would just go up and then pop right off the top while I killed a bunch of people.
Oh boy.
This time around, though, we did there's like a castle theme park, and I forget what you were supposed to, like, the goal that you were supposed to have by the end of it, but it was basically we did a bunch of advertising. Oh, that's what it was. It was to get as many people. So the challenge of this game was to just get So one of the things you can do in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is you can just, like, accept a challenge. You'll be given a pre-built park, and you can, like, make changes to it, right? You have to stay within the parameters of, like, what the goal is. So it's like, I needed to have X amount of guests within, like, 3 years. And we ended up just doing a bunch of different, like, advertising and vouchers for that. But the specific park was castle-themed. So there was around the park itself, like, a big wall, right?
Uh-huh.
And, like, you could get up on top, kind of like Attack on Titan, right? Type walls.
Oh my god.
And people would go up there. There's nothing up there, by the way. But you could get up there. So people would go up there and just wander around for hours. Which did suit the purpose that we were trying to get, which was just people in the park.
Oh,
consecutive
so
people in
just
the park.
like, yeah, more space for them to just kind of fill into.
But our ratings tanked because people kept getting lost, not being able to find a restroom, not being able to leave because they kept wandering around all the walls and not
Yeah.
getting on rides and stuff. And we also started to have a little bit of a debt problem because of that.
At some point, it's the audience that are, it's their own fault for that one. They're having a bad time because they got trapped in like a crowd crush on the top of the fucking wall.
No, they were just walking around. It was like busy, right? Like it was like crowded up there, but like not the main attraction. Why are you going up there? They like walk up
Because
there,
they see other people up
and
there.
then it'd be
no?
like, "I'm hungry. There's no food up here." It's like, no shit, there's no food up there. Follow the freaking signs. We did charge people $5 to use restrooms.
Oh my god.
And we got okay, so maybe it was a little on us because there was a map station we had to that we charged people 50 cents for a map, but the bathrooms were also $5. So anyone who ran out of money was A, unhappy because they couldn't use the bathroom, and B, unhappy because they could not afford a map to figure out how to leave the park. So that might be why we had so many people up on the walls. We had to at one point just like get rid of the access way to get up there and hand pick people off the top and put them down, and that ended up fixing it.
Can't just remove the stairs while you're not open? 24/7 theme park?
Yeah,
That's insane.
You gotta pay off that debt.
I don't think the days switch over. I think it's just constant.
Wait, maybe that's why
Constant
nobody
theme
comes
park.
to collect on your debt.
Oh, they will come to collect.
Yeah.
If you are in too much red too long, you'll just end up failing the challenge. So you really got to balance that out. The bathroom was a scheme of trying to pad that a little bit. But also we had really long
nickel and
lines.
diming people. You're charging $5 for a bathroom. That
Just the bathroom.
should immediately fail you the challenge.
We gave out so many vouchers for rides. It's
Did you give out any
fine.
vouchers for bathrooms?
No, wait, that's not an option in the game. It was
Yeah,
built
fair
in
enough.
assembly. I had a fun time with it. Oh, we built really long lines for some of the rides too that just ended up being the thing. So then at least if people weren't happy, they'd end up getting on the ride and then getting through and then being able to like exit the park if they needed to. And that just got destroyed with people like getting sick or like throwing trash on the ground. At one point our benches were starting to get vandalized. We had to hire 7 specifically 7 like handyman / like janitor like type people and
Yeah.
just all assign them to cleaning, and usually they wouldn't make it out of like a single pathway.
I had one of those games for the PlayStation 1, like the original PlayStation. I don't remember if it was Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it might have been made by the people who make The Sims.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember exactly what it was called though, but it's like pretty much similar experience.
I know there's 2 different
pretty
franchises
funny.
that do like roller coaster stuff.
Yeah.
What is the new one? There's like, I think Planet Coaster is a popular one recently. I had a roommate up in Lansing that really liked playing that and was really excited when Planet Zoo came out. Although I'm less excited about Planet Zoo.
When does City Skylines 2 come out?
I hope soon.
'Cause that's coming soon, right?
I don't love all
I
sim
never
games,
played it.
but some sim games, sweet spot. It is really cool though how you can click on individual guests, see how much money they have, see what they're thinking, see what they've just done, the amount of metrics that you get on the park, and like how I feel like it seems like that would be daunting, but it's not. It's actually like kind of
Yeah.
really fun to interact with.
City Skylines 2 is coming out on the 24th.
Of this month,
Yeah.
that's soon.
That's real soon.
That's when my car payments due.
That's 9 days. Whoops. Not to date the episode.
It was too late.
Hey, can we cut that?
Wow, I'm really glad City Skylines just came out. I really enjoyed playing this game, guys.
Hold on, wait. Oh, it's out.
Yeah, wild, isn't it? Okay. We've got 2 to choose from then, depending on when this comes out.
So yeah, $9.99. I was talking about. I also want to say I think the graphics are really fun. They're like nostalgic. They're not good, kind of pixelated, but it doesn't like make
Well, it's
the game bad.
2002.
It has a lot of nostalgia for me, and I kind of like it. It's almost I treat it more, it seems more like a aesthetic choice, and I'm glad that it felt that way. I did have it crash one time, which was probably not the best, but hey, real old game, really weirdly built. So if you can get it for $5 or less, I would absolutely recommend it. I'd recommend it at the $9 price tag too. I think it's called Triple Thrills Pack or something like that on Steam, but it's good. That and Building of Cats. I really like
Yeah, the
Building
one
of
that
Cats.
I had was Sim Theme Park.
Sim Theme Park?
So I guess,
Do 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 do.
yeah, it was the people who made The Sims. It was pretty funny.
I'll have to try that one.
Well, it's old now. I don't know if they ever made another one.
It's fine if it's old.
if rides do break and it does like pieces go into a crowd, you do see like a
Wait, really?
yeah, very visceral, but
Why did they
It's
manage
fun.
that in 2002?
it's good.
Gruesome.
It's not like gory, but like
Yeah.
you just see the little people from a
Sounds like
Alright.
they had a very specific vision for this game.
I'm really upset I couldn't do I Spy Spooky Mansion. That would have been so good.
I
I'm
would
upset
have
for you.
had a ball getting to learn what the rest of the game is like because I was an idiot as an elementary school student. I could not get anywhere in that game.
I only remember Oregon Trail.
Oh my god.
That's all I remember from childhood.
I could not figure that
School
game out
games?
either.
I just failed at it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
didn't know how to
you
do it.
couldn't really win. It was rare.
No, I think as an adult, I would kill at Oregon Trail.
I don't know.
I guarantee it.
I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to be
Jim
doing
Bob's
next.
just gonna get bit by a snake. You know, there's nothing you can do about it.
I didn't even get that far. I'd make it to like the first city.
died getting
You'd
onto the wagon.
reach a river and then just click the option of I don't know, let's just push on through. Oh, whole family's gone. Gone
Yeah.
with the waves.
Yeah, pretty much. That was a frustrating game for me.
Yeah, that's kind of designed that way.
Oh, how much is Oregon Trail?
Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
I own that.
How much is it? Would that work? It is spooky season.
I bought it a long time ago. I don't know.
Hold on, let
I
me-
have it on my Vita. It can't be more than like $5 or $10.
Oh, I don't want Game Center. I want Steam.
It's pretty entertaining.
Oh, speaking of spooky season, another one of the contenders that I considered that I will still recommend, though it's not going to be the one I'm talking about because there's just not enough content, despite there being, a gazillion fucking levels. Blood and Bacon gets a little spooky.
Oregon Trail Director's Cut. That is the zombie one. Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Oregon Trail with zombies.
Never heard of Oregon Trail.
It's like Oregon Trail, but a zombie apocalypse.
So you get
What?
it is
Yeah.
$4.99 right now. If you already own it, Oregon Trail Final Cut Expansion is also $4.99. So how about that? Fun game. Haven't played it. Have watched people play it. Definitely enjoy it. It's a fun experience.
Jack?
Jew.
Oh, Jack wants to go last.
Jack wants to go last.
I'll go second, actually.
I could go second if you want me to.
I already know what June's game is.
Well,
Actually, yeah, June, you already know what June's game is.
No, I don't. I do. So,
Wants what?
I'd like to mention another honorable mention first because I came really close to this. Guns of Icarus, because that is $5, but it's a multiplayer game, so I went to check what the concurrent players were, and it was one a day.
one
on
a
Steam,
day.
one a day. And I was like, I have to play the game before being able to record an episode on it.
Do you think it's the same person?
I hope so. Just go out to PvE and commanding their little computer-controlled goons around. And so I figured, well, either I'm going to make that guy's day, or I could just cut my losses on this one. So I went back to the one that I kept, considering, which was Ubermosh. Ubermosh is a series of twin-stick shooters that are all basically the same game, but with massive improvements made between each iteration. And it's gone up to 8 games, but in the time I spent preparing for this episode, I went through 6 of them, which also caught me up to where I left off when I last tried playing the series. Someone I knew was really into them, and when I got into it, Santicide, I think is what it's called, was the latest one. Yeah, Santicide. So
Santicide.
yeah, or Sainticide might be it. I might have misspelled that in my
Well,
notes.
Santicide makes it sound like you're killing Santa Claus.
Yeah, it does. That's why I'm questioning it. Let me just pull up my library here. Yeah, there's no I after the A. There's an I after the T. Santicide.
Huh.
So yeah, it goes Ubermosh, Ubermosh Black, Ubermosh 3, Ubermosh Wraith, Ubermosh 5, Ubermosh Santicide, Ubermosh 7, and then Ubermosh Omega, I believe. Now, I've never touched Omega, but I'm kind of looking forward to that one because I hear that in Omega they started running into sprite count problems, and that is one of the things that's limited it from going into any further Ubermosh. And it's the pinnacle of Ubermosh. It is the end of Ubermosh. So I'm working my way up to there. Ubermosh starts really simple, right? You've got a sword, you can bounce bullets back, and if you kill an enemy, you can pick up their gun and shoot with it. And enemies die in one hit, and by default, you've got 4 lives to take hits. And I don't think there's any iframes. I never really ran into an iframe problem.
What's an iframe?
When you're invulnerable for a couple of frames.
It's that,
frame.
In a lot of games, if you take damage, it'll make it so you're invulnerable for a moment, so you don't like take damage like 5 times if you get hit by a spray of bullets.
Oh.
But Ubermosh, you just kind of die sometimes. It's not even fair a lot of the times.
like Elden Ring.
Oh, you probably have some stuff to eat.
We should talk about Elden Ring.
Another day.
Another day, another time. So Ubermosh 1 starts off pretty simple. You're in like a pit that's full of a bunch of different walls and stuff that you have to navigate around, and you can't go outside of this little extraction zone barrier, otherwise you lose. You can't get hit 4 times, otherwise you lose. And you just have to kill people for 90 seconds, and you want to aim for getting at least 200. But to be perfectly honest, if you're making it to the 90-second point, you're probably killing well over that amount.
Is there no story?
There sort of is, but to be perfectly honest, I haven't pieced it together. There's like little pieces it makes about it. The main character is called the Saint of Blades. In theory, I think it's like the character from a different game called Swarm Riders. There's like a follow-up to that, but that one's also like a very minimalist sort of arcade twin-stick shooter. I don't know if that one had any story going for it, so I'm not sure if the two being connected is very important. Yeah, all these games are developed by the same guy who actually has all of his games in like one massive like $10 pack called Walter Machado. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, to be perfectly honest. But he's very active in forums. This series has kind of been built upon him just kind of like talking to people in forums, getting really good feedback, and just adding things onto the next one. I've been ranting a lot about it.
Uber.
What's the best part of Uber? Wait, Ubermosh?
Ubermosh. Ubermosh.
Does it say that on the title screen?
Ubermosh.
It might on some. To be perfectly honest, the title screens go really fucking hard. The first one's really nice because, or I should probably answer your question first before I get into the title screens.
I forgot my question. Oh.
What's the best part about it? The viscerality of it.
Oh, yeah.
The game is so fast-paced, and you die to such just, like, random bullshit of a bullet coming out of nowhere and just dinging you in the back of the head, that just, like, getting good at it and be able to just, like, charge into a crowd of enemies and just, like, turn them into a bunch of multicolored splatters across your entire screen so quickly. It's like a power fantasy baked into such, like, a small and raw game that I love it.
It's like Hotline Miami?
Is it like...
It's very Hotline Miami core and how the enemies work. Bullets are slightly slower so that you can knock them back with your sword, but even that is inconsistent because if you try to play Ubermosh only deflecting bullets, it gets really difficult. That's why I don't play. There's a couple different classes you can choose from. I don't do Kensei. You're insane if you do Kensei. Not necessarily good, but you might have something wrong with you if you choose Kensei.
If you choose Kensei, you might have built a game in assembly.
Yes, that's the takeaway.
You know what this looks like that I almost ended up doing?
What?
Vampire Survivors.
I was going to say, is it like Vampire Survivors or something style? But you said twin stick shooter, so that kind of answers the question.
It's only Vampire Survivors core in that you're like dodging so many bullets and enemies at any given time, and then you're like, it is built around managing hordes.
Well, managing hordes?
Kind of. It spawns a shit ton of enemies.
Oh, you
moving
mean
towards
like...
you.
Okay. I thought you meant like you had your own horde to manage.
No.
That would be cool, though.
The first game, it's much less enemies in, though, but like, when it gets later, the waves get really fucking big. And in future games, they actually zoom the screen out a bit as one of their design choices to make it a little bit easier to handle.
I like games like that. Usually,
Yeah.
Just to kill some time.
It's a really good time killer. It's got a very long list of achievements to try and grind through. Or, not too long, but difficult achievements to grind through.
Yeah.
I also thought about doing Angry Birds.
Angry
Oh my
Birds.
gosh.
Oh, come
For the
on.
for the meme. For the
You
meme.
come to me with Angry Birds.
you wanna
Vanished.
Which Uber Mosh do you have playing there? Was that 5?
This is Santa side.
That's Santa Side.
Yeah.
Santa Side
It
is
kind of
interesting.
honestly kind of looks like Vampire Survivors to me.
Santa
Well,
Side is basically 5.
There's a
If-
ton of games like that. It's just Vampire Survivors got popular.
This
and
one
now-
should have got a lot more popular.
I have one called Magic Survival that I play on my phone. It's like the same concept, basically. Pretty.
Is it Magic the Gathering themed? Or is that...
No, you're just like a little wizard dude. You get
Oh my god, you know what I
pick up
realized the other
spells and
day?
stuff.
This is a wild tangent, but about Magic. When I was going through my game list, I realized that Magic Duels is still listed there, which is a defunct game that was supposed to be like a Magic Online type of deal before Magic Arena was a thing, and it's basically Magic Arena. It was supposed to be around for 5 years, but existed for 2 years before they turned it into abandonware and just finished their development on Arena. I went to the store page, and it is wild that people are still making genuine comments on it. So I want to try installing it and see if it works. But
I mean,
someone commented
Arena
a
isn't
month
perfect.
ago, when this has been abandonware for 6 years, that they should add an all chat into the game.
Oh god.
Yeah, that one gets to me.
they should though. If you're playing Commander, that would be pretty good.
Yeah, but the game's supposed to be dead, so why unless it's a joke?
Literally, when you go to the store
I don't
page,
think-
it says
How many people are playing?
Magic Duels is no longer available on Steam Store.
But if you already
What are
have
these
it,
people doing?
Probably. Oh my god.
Hold up, 404 hours on record.
They just
404
never shut
hours.
it off.
200 at review time in 2018, which means they've played 200 more hours in
doubled it.
2018 now. But it has been on Steam since 2017.
What?
I had a game for my phone that was just through Forge. That was for Magic stuff. I did it.
Anyway, that's been my little
Another
tangent.
unsolved mystery.
Magic Duels.
Maybe we should do a Magic Duels episode. Who knows? Just play some Magic for a couple
I
hours.
haven't done Magic
No,
the Gathering
thank you.
in
I'll
quite a
stream
while.
some Magic Duels. That's what I gotta do.
You know, I definitely
Speaking of magic, well,
Go ahead.
never mind.
A Magic the Gathering?
No, I don't know. We can cut this, but did you see the new cantrip stuff for D&D?
No, I didn't.
Well,
For
they're changing some of the cantrips, how they work and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
for D&D 1?
like
or
Bone
5?
Chill. Some of them are a lot stronger, and then the one that keeps people from dying. It's no longer a touch spell; it's ranged.
What the?
Spare the Dying?
Yeah,
That's literally a class
there's some
feature.
other stuff too. I forgot exactly what it was, but
Grave Domain, Death Domain, something like that.
I'm a grave.
Grave.
Well,
Okay.
um,
I'm pretty sure they get to have a range on that one.
I'm pretty sure I've
did
had
you hear
to...
of the Bastion stuff?
Bastion stuff.
It's
Overwatch-
basically
Nerf Bastion.
I almost did Overwatch 2, considering the fact
No,
that
not
I bought
Overwatch.
Overwatch 1.
for D&D.
No,
It's
I mean for
basically
the...
new rules for owning property and a bunch of extra stuff they added.
Ooh.
Because they're coming out with the new DM's guide and player's handbook for 2024.
So domain stuff.
Wait, is it for D... Is it for... What's the new one called? 1?
It's
D&D 1?
That's just
fifth
the
edition?
playtest. That's what they call the playtest material, but
I
they're
don't know what they mean.
re-releasing the books
Oh, okay.
with updated content and stuff. So
D&D next.
Okay.
Next.
Where are we gonna play Witcher?
When are we gonna play Witcher?
The
Wait, are you talking
game?
about the tabletop?
Yeah,
or-
tabletop.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Look out for that, listener.
It's a really good system.
Never have I played a system where I've enjoyed being a peasant more.
Yeah,
True.
I love it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
my turn?
Let me finish up on.
Oh yeah, finish up yours.
So
Was that just the first Ubermosh?
yeah, I was just getting into the first Super Mosh, but when you move on to the next Super Moshes, every one of them adds something in. So in the first one, you only have your sword and whatever gun you pick up. On the next one, it adds in the Brain Clap, which is basically just
Brain
a
Clap.
wave of damage that goes out from you.
Brain-
As
Like clap? Oh, okay.
so long as you hit, I think it's 50 kills, it will send the wave of bullets out and it clears some area around you, gives you some breathing room.
Clap
But
brains.
this means that the amount of people you're killing in a short period of time makes survival easier. In Ubermosh 1, basically the way you beat it is you just run horizontally because enemies shooting from you vertically is way more dangerous than horizontal because you've got less time to react because your screen's a rectangle, right? So you just kind of like just try not to be slowed down, not encircled, and move very, very quickly. This kind of makes it so that if you see a big group of enemies, you take the time to try and shoot them because, well, not only is it affecting your score, but the brain clap coming sooner is going to have less spawns in total in like your area. So I love this game design decision. I think it's actually what makes Ubermosh so fun. Because every time I see like 5 guys standing within an inch of each other, my brain just immediately goes on kill mode. I need to obliterate any group that's grouped up like that. And it goes hand in hand with some other things because they've got, in the third game, they take away walls, which I think is a great decision because now it just means I get to move with no regard for like how I'm moving. I can just focus on killing the whole time. But they added this like electric bolt thing that happens every 3 seconds that is really nice because it means you can kind of combo it into a brain clap if you just like sweep it over an area of enemies, right? But it's more fun than this, trust me. Because
Wait. Which one did they add the
third one adds
There's
in
5
the
guys brain clapping.
second one adds brain clap. Third one adds mana strike, which is the like beam of electricity, and there's another beam that gets added in the fifth one. What does the fourth one add?
What do you mean another beam? How is this one different? Why do they add
This
another
one's
beam?
different because it's actually only happens twice per run because it's on a timer. Well, I mean, the first one's on a 6-second timer. This one's like, the Melt-A-Beam is active much longer, and you can just kind of spin your control and just like hit everything on your screen. It's almost like a stronger brain clap that in turn causes more brain claps to happen. So I think you can see how like the psychic abilities of the game combo together to like allow you to clear enemies around you way more efficiently if you like think about what actions you're taking.
I have a question.
Shoot.
So each Ubermosh game adds another ability.
It adds more mechanics onto the player and adds more mechanics on enemies, and sometimes takes things away, like taking the walls away and taking cover away.
Why wouldn't you just start with the most recent Ubermosh?
Okay, so I think genuinely Ubermosh 5 is the easiest one I've played because that one is the case of the balance being entirely towards the player. Whenever the enemies are made stronger and the player is made stronger, the balance of it changes. And you can find different personalities in each game based on where the balance lies. 5 is the only one where I actually play the... there's one that makes it so the brain claps happen more often, but you have half your health when you go in. Because it's the only one where I feel like I can get away with that. So if I'm just trying to like go for the maximum score possible, I'll play 5. But I really like how the walls feel in like the first 2 games. Because they do make me at times have to like consider my routing and how many enemies I'm leaving on one side of a wall.
Routing's
And
important.
routing's very important. And because like you can only be killing so many people per second, you can only be like clicking in so many areas because like my brain's only so quick. I can only do so much bloodshed. So I have to do it the most efficient way to like avoid danger, you know? And I think the walls add something onto that. I do highly prefer like 2 over 1. I think 2 is called Ubermosh Black. I think like
Ubermosh Pro.
I think there's like some merit to like playing
Ubermosh
3
XL?
over 4. I'm not giving this a response because there's these really fucking annoying shield guys, and before you get absurdly strong in the 5th one,
Ubermosh.
Ubermosh. Now there's an idea.
Ubermosh Pit.
Uberxerd.
Uberxerd.
Uber Eats.
No, I think we've peaked at Uberxerd.
Well, it could be Ubermosh XXX.
Huh.
Uber XL.
That's kinda
XL.
cool.
Yeah.
Uber XL.
God, why didn't they ever do that for Guilty Gear? Guilty Gear XL
XL.
is such a no-brainer. Make everyone play Potemkin.
Sorry, I derailed you.
No, I'm trying to think of where I
I
was
was thinking
even
about
going.
those 5 guys brain clapping. Coming too soon.
Yeah. I forgot to mention the big beam can be swapped out for a shield, but I don't think that's important. I think if you're taking the shield, you're a coward.
Whoa! You won't play the class that gives you just
word.
a sword, but you won't take the shield.
I won't take the shield, of course not.
I won't take the shield in Dead Cells, but I just hate the shield. I don't think it's fun.
I was actually enjoying the shield when I was playing Dead Cells. I don't even remember playing Dead Cells very much, but I do remember liking the shield.
It's all about like speed. If you're using the shield, you're like slowing down too much, I think.
Yeah,
But when
I
you
agree.
slow down, you can make more decisive decisions.
See,
That's how
I
I
feel
feel
like
about
I
Elden
try to
Ring.
do that, and then I just get hit more.
Yeah. You got like if you can get the timing down, cool. You know what I mean? But like if I can just time my dodge effectively enough, then you don't need it.
There's some merit to that.
And you really have to like find a shield with like good abilities for it to like be worth it. Otherwise, just freezing an enemy and slashing it was much better.
This is definitely my take on Monster Hunter, because I can't imagine playing something other than dual blades at this point. I've enjoyed having that dodge for too long.
I haven't played Monster Hunter.
Dual blades get to have a really, really, really fun dodge because it doesn't like take very long to do and sends you pretty far, so you can just kind of like dodge and then immediately be attacking again, so you're not like losing out on time by being defensive. It also just looks so fucking cool.
Going back to Ubermosh, who's
I like
the
Charge Blade.
in
Oh, you
Monster
would
Hunter?
like Charge Play.
Yeah.
Play some Rise with me. I've been getting into that one. I've turned my opinion around on it.
I don't have enough time commitment for Monster Hunter.
Damn.
Well, I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate.
Tell me if you need another.
Well, I played it with y'all before
Early access.
in early access. Yes,
I do need to play through it to be able to do an episode on it.
I
so,
feel
you know.
like I need. Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like I want someone else to play it with, but nobody I
play
knew
it.
had it.
I don't
I'll
know
play
if it's crossplay. I played it mostly on PS5.
That makes sense. I didn't know it came out on consoles,
Yeah, just PS5.
but I bought it for my
Maybe
sister
Xbox,
recently.
like,
So
whatever
one way or
version.
another, I will be
One
completing. it.
way or another.
Well, I'll play with you if I can.
You're doing Starfield right now.
Yeah, slowly. Very slowly.
I think I'm running out of things to say on Overwatch, to be honest. They, like, changed the game after Santicide to be, like, class-focused, I guess. It's like a character select screen instead of just, like, modify your character. Oh, one thing I could say, if there ever is another Ubermosh, bring back the color changing in the menu screen. It was only in Ubermosh 1 and made it so that, like, if you get a certain amount of kills in a run, it changes the color of your armor in the menu screen and in a map, or like when you actually go into fight. And like, that was a cool aspect of it. And made it change to gold if you get all the achievements.
Yeah.
I like that. Bring that
Ubermosh
back.
guy, if you're listening.
Yeah,
Do
Ubermosh guy. Walter, I think was his name.
Walter.
Yeah.
Santicide.
Santicide.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Oh,
You could
Santa.
do a cool seasonal version of Ubermosh.
Oh my god. No, you will not tarnish the aesthetic. The aesthetic is amazing. I didn't even
Ubermosh
mention the
Season
aesthetic.
Pass?
Ubermosh's music inspires the whole thing. It's all really fucking industrial and it goes into these like oversaturated colors that are like, it's beautiful.
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 Stunning.
Stunning even.
I'm gonna remake Ubermosh in Fortnite.
I will commit murder. Every once in a while, you discover a crime in your life that is worthwhile just committing your entire life to a prison cell for. And killing you for making Ubermosh in Fortnite
Wow, what's that book?
is that purpose.
You're willing to go Les Miserables on me
Yes.
making Ubermosh in Fortnite.
Yes.
You'll dedicate your life to tracking me
Dedicate
down
it.
and
I'm
killing
fine
me.
with it. Kill you and then myself, in fact.
What about Roblox? Is
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
that worse?
So what you're saying is Ubermosh worth the $5.
Ubermosh, you can buy the entire Ubermosh series for $5. And if you actually grind it out and try to, like, beat every game with every class in every game, it is easily so many hours of gameplay. And it is so fun. It is something that will stick with you, and it will unreversibly alter your perspective on game design. Because it is so simple, but it achieves so much in its simplicity.
I believe you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Are you
Play
gonna
some
play it?
Ubermosh.
Maybe.
Yeah! Yeah! Also, the soundtrack fucking slaps. Every once in a while, I find my brain screaming the word Ubermosh.
Mind slaps?
Does
Mine slaps.
it?
It does scream Ubermosh.
Okay. Is that part of?
It's part of the background music, I think. Like at the start of one of the songs. The background music
Like
usually
Mortal
gets like
Kombat.
randomized which one it goes to when you start playing
I'd like
all the
to
games.
imagine it.
I don't think it's the. I think there's a game where he used his music even better, but he uses music really well in his games. There's this one like maze game where the whole point of it is you get spawned in the middle of a screen and you're surrounded by moving obstacles and you have to find your way to the end of the screen, and then it spawns you in the next room at the middle and you have to do that 100 times. Every single time you do it, it like has this jarring shift to another song that's like genre-wise very similar in the soundtrack, but like because the tone has shifted like as the screen shifts, like immediately snappy, you just kind of feel like this spurt of adrenaline as you go into the next like scene. But that is a different game I'm talking about. I shouldn't be talking about that. That's To the Vinelands or something like that. I forget its name.
Basically, he makes good games.
He makes good games.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Your turn.
Your turn.
I'm actually really excited. I'm completely in the dark about
I
what
know, right?
Jack chose.
Well, one of the games that I was looking at, which is on sale for less than $5, but it's not actually $5. But it's called Deep Sky Derelicts. It looks like Darkest Dungeon, but in space.
Yep,
And
I know this
It
game.
looks
I
awesome.
know this one.
I attempted to play it and I fell asleep. So
Okay.
I made a squad of like some cool dudes, and then I went to do a mission, and then I fell asleep. So I have nothing to say about it.
No.
But it looks amazing.
Wait, how much was it?
$3.45, I think.
No,
If you,
was it on sale?
it was on sale.
Oh hell!
It's
I
But
got
not
it
for
on
long,
sale?
only for a couple more weeks.
A couple more weeks.
You heard? Go get this game. Well, I don't know if we can
It's
recommend.
probably
it.
not going to be on sale by the time you hear this.
But for $3, whatever, it's a
We should
bargain.
try, or maybe buy it not on sale. I don't know.
That has been on my wish
It
list
looks
for a
cool.
long ass time.
Looks amazing.
Is this like a Darkest Dungeon kind of thing?
Yeah, it looks like Darkest Dungeon, but in space.
Hold on, let me see.
But they're like
Go back.
they have really cool animations for fighting and stuff.
Wow, that looks like Darkest Dungeon.
Oh my gosh, really? I
Yeah,
thought it was
I-
more like the Darkest Dungeon.
So I thought that looked like Darkest Dungeon.
But it's slightly darker. It might even be the darkest.
The darkness of space.
You're not. So wait a minute. You're telling me not one of us played a Danganronpa game?
How much,
I will-
Sorry,
how
go
much
ahead.
do those cost? Is that
I don't know
$5?
anything
I
about
I
those.
don't know.
All I know about those is to stay away. So you know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Give me my spotlight. All right, the game I went with for $4.99, not on sale, was called Ravenous Devils.
Ravenous Devils.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
Those Davenous Rebels.
it kind of looks like how like Fallout Shelter has that side view where you look in the building, but there's 3 levels. But here, this is what the game is about. You're a husband and wife, and the husband is a tailor, and the wife is a baker. But she bakes all of her food with human meat. And so the husband murders people he's measuring for to tailor them clothes. He sends the body down to her, and she chops it up, serves it as food. It's really fucked up.
This
it's
is
really
a
crazy.
Sweeney Todd type of
Yeah.
scenario.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
I scrolled past this game while looking for stuff. I'm really
Really?
happy you picked this.
It's one of those types of games where there's always something you have to be clicking on, so it like holds your attention for a long time. Because you have to simultaneously like make clothes for him to sell, but also murder people, clean up the blood, and send it down the chute. At the same time, she has to be baking food and grinding the meat and serving it. So you're just constantly going from top floor to bottom floor, like back and forth, and there's a pretty like weird story. Yeah, like you just straight up like stab and kill the people.
Oh, they even do a shoot.
Yeah, they send
This
it down the
literally is
chute.
just Sweeney Todd the game.
Yeah, but you just moved to this new city and you're trying to like start your business and you start getting these mysterious letters from some guy who claims to know about you.
Oh.
Johnny Depp
But-
also just moved to a new city to start.
But he likes
Oh,
what you're
no, to an
doing
old
and he wants you to kill these like high profile people that he knows and he wants you to like he wants to have a banquet with all their dead bodies. He
What?
sends these really weird letters. Yeah, it's pretty weird, but you like expand your restaurant. You get like you start off just like putting food on the tray and people just grab it and buy it, and then eventually you get tables, so you have to serve them. You have to end up like hiring a kid to help you serve the food, but he can never go into the kitchen.
What happens if he does?
Well, he doesn't.
Oh,
If he does, he'll be fired.
Oh.
Quotes.
Wait, you can kill kids in this game?
No. Well,
I don't think the game will let you.
I don't
I
know.
Oh.
I haven't got that far.
Well,
What-
get
what
this
is-
game to
He's
Carl.
like a teenager. He's a teenager.
What is what are y'all making with what
So
food?
you throw a body into the grinder and grind it into like a beef, and you can make pies at first, and then it goes to like
Pies,
burgers and sandwiches, or you buy a sausage grinder eventually and grind them up into sausage links,
Oh.
Sausage
and
would
then
be
there's a
really
steak
smart
table
way to
where you
do
make
that.
steaks.
I think you can get away with
It
putting a
gets
lot of
super
filler into a
complicated.
sausage link, so it's like
Because eventually you get the greenhouse unlocked, so then there's onions, potatoes, eggs,
Oh, it really hides that.
like a whole bunch of different stuff. And it starts to get real hard because the people who sit down at the tables, you have to like serve them to order.
Okay.
And so you can try and have some stuff made ahead of time, but you only get maximum of like 3 tables to set stuff down. So it's really like it's really chaotic.
Wait, so
if
you
you take on
actively-
too much too fast, it becomes really hard.
I like that dichotomy of like the stressful like secret like situation,
Yeah.
but then also having to juggle these tasks, and the bigger it gets, the harder it is to like keep like
You can only tell them to
quiet
do
about it.
one task at a time. So
each person.
like if the husband's killing someone and you have to switch over to like make some food, you have to remember to switch back over so you can like dump the body, clean up the blood.
If you don't, are there like can you like if you're not like paying attention and being diligent, can you like miss good opportunities to kill people, or can people walk in and find
Well,
a dead
yeah,
body
if you
before
don't-
you moved it?
If you don't kill them, he just like measures them and then eventually they leave.
Oh,
So you'll run out of meat if you don't kill enough people.
okay.
And then eventually you also have to use dead bodies for fertilizer for the garden. And so that spreads your resources real thin. So it gets real complicated. I made it about halfway through the game, I think.
Okay.
what I would simply do
Maybe 3/4.
were I in this situation
Of course.
is I would also buy
Not go in the
like
kitchen.
I would buy like normal like pork or something and have that be a backup for when I don't have human meat.
Oh no. They only serve it. That's just the way they are.
Huh.
Look, somebody has
It's like
to be
a,
available
um,
to go to the store to buy pork.
1800s or
Well, this
like
is just the supply
early
line type of thing,
1900s,
right?
like London or something.
So food isn't gonna keep. You need to.
It's so funny. Well, it's terrible, but it's also funny.
I'm sure people could tell if something was like killed fresh and then cooked fresh. People would wonder.
Well,
you guys don't have like a slaughterhouse
obviously,
business built into this.
If it was real life, you would have killed everyone in the town by now. Because you're just literally killing like at
It
least
sounds
5 or
very
6 people a
industrialized.
day.
Yeah. Wait, how many people a day?
At least 5 or 6.
You could go for quite a while for some.
Industrial Revolution
think
hit
so.
those cannibal cooks hard. They need to keep up with some ridiculous
This
numbers.
is that they're like the backstory is that they've already moved to 2 different towns because they've been caught.
Huh.
That's just what's
So-
their
It's just what you did.
what's their
You did back then. Get caught for cannibalism, you just gotta move.
Yep.
different times.
Different times.
What's their motivation? Do they want money? Are they going for just they just like killing?
I think
They
it's its
just
own reward.
love what they do. Yeah.
Like you're enjoying playing the game, right? So think how much they're getting out of it.
Yeah, kinda. I wish I could have some sort of shortcut so I didn't have to do it myself.
It's just like You could
Because-
watch someone play it.
Well, I just
Oh
mean
my
like in the game-wise, mechanically.
Oh,
It's like if there was like, because you can hire the kid to help serve people, and that makes it slightly easier. But if I had like one more assistant,
wow, serve people
But the
works
game
both ways,
knows
doesn't
that.
it?
yeah, serve people, serve people,
Oh.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult. You get reputation by always serving everyone on time and not making them wait, and then once you get like all the different options and everything unlocked, it's really hard to keep up with that. So
Can you get caught?
I haven't been caught, so I don't know.
Oh, too good at it.
Too good at
But
it.
you have to clean up the blood, or
Gotta
else
watch
you'll
out for
get
Jack.
caught. So I'm sure.
Man knows how to manage a kitchen.
I think that
That is true.
I don't know if it would be game over if you got caught, but you might lose a lot of reputation points because the person would obviously like run away or something. Maybe.
I like the idea that the murder isn't the difficult part. It's like the difficult part is keeping that garden going for the
Oh
extra
my god!
ingredients.
I wish I didn't get into the garden so fast. There is like a plant that you grow and you don't know what it is. You have to keep putting fertilizer on it. Once it grows, it's just like one of those like big like talking like man-eating plant
Oh,
things. And it
Feed me,
Seymour.
Seymour.
yeah, it's
you have
like
to feed
that.
people to it?
No, it just says like really terrible jokes.
I love that.
That's good.
That's really good.
And you what is that called? You streamline that process, yeah? You're like, gotta get the big talking plant.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was gonna be, so I wasted a lot of material on it.
When can we get the talking plant
would've
on the
done the
pod?
same.
You can get a cat that's just down in like the dungeon kitchen.
Wait, why didn't you tell me?
Sorry. The most important part, the pet cat.
What does the
You
cat
can
do?
pet it. That's it.
That's it.
You should have led with it. Been like, hey, by the way, so guys, I'm going to be talking about this like cannibalism kitchen game where you murder like 50 people and feed
Yeah,
them all
yeah.
to
Is there a
like
cat in it?
potentially their family members. The important thing is there's this cat in the game that you can pet, and that's the game.
Yeah.
Good game.
So it keeps you busy, keeps you engaged because there's always something to do, kind of like Cult of the Lamb or I don't know any other. Well, I
like
can't think of
research
any other
games
games
like
that.
I think the only thing that actually I don't even know if that's the same. That's kind of just like a sim. You like set it up and let it go. But I was gonna say Fallout Shelter.
Well, sort of, but Fallout Shelter is kind of similar, but you don't.
Yeah, that one.
There's always something to like keep up on.
I feel like
This doesn't have as many rooms, but it has a lot more going on, so it's a lot. And you can only click one thing at a time, so yep. It's pretty crazy.
nice, worth the $5.
I think so. If you don't mind like really gruesome stuff, because you're just constantly murdering people, and it's pretty gruesome watching her grind up a body into some meat.
Well,
But I'm
meat is-
intrigued in the story now, though, because this guy is basically blackmailing you, but he wants you to save these people so he can have this feast, and then he wants you to kill his best friend so he can like become one with him by eating his body.
Oh my god.
So then you don't really feel like the villain as much as whoever this other guy is. Even
What
though
are
you're
you
do-
talking about? You wouldn't be being blackmailed if you didn't eat
Yeah,
people.
but it kind of puts it onto the next guy. Like, wow,
No, it doesn't.
it does.
Yeah, why? No, I agree.
No, just skip town.
I agree. Do what you love. Never do it for free.
He always knows where you are, though. He knows about the last 2 towns you came from.
You
You
might
don't
not
know
know
who he
about the
is.
next town.
I'm intrigued to find out who he is.
All I'm saying is explore some other options, you know?
So I probably
he's
will.
Be a
kid.
free cannibal.
He's the boy you hired.
No,
Oh,
it's just an innocent boy who was the assistant to the first like big guy that you had to murder, as per request of the mysterious man.
oh.
Uh,
He's just like, oh,
see,
he
I
must
mean,
have.
murder.
He must have got mad at me, so he must have just left and fired me. So now I have no job. And you're like, well, you can have a job here, even though you're the one that murdered him.
Hey, Jack, have you ever watched Sweeney Todd?
No,
Do you want to?
no.
I think you would get a lot out of it.
I don't
while
like
playing this game.
musicals.
I want to watch Sweeney Todd.
Yeah? Have you never watched it?
Musicals,
I
in
don't
my
like
opinion,
musicals.
aren't good. But
I think it's a very
I
fun
like
movie
them.
to watch.
I don't know. I engage with them.
I probably won't watch it. Sorry.
It's Johnny Depp.
Not even to watch it with me and
I'm not
Noah.
a big fan of
And I
Johnny
think
Depp.
Helena Bonham Carter?
I don't remember.
I don't care.
It's literally just the game that you're playing is entirely based off of this.
It's very similar, yeah.
More than similar.
Or well, yeah, I didn't know. It's pretty much the same thing.
I like it. I think yours is the most in season game right now.
Yeah, it's
yours
pretty
is the
spooky.
spookiest game. I like that. I do want to watch Town. I've never seen it before.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll make you watch it then.
At some point. It seems cool.
Very soon.
I do like the theme of the game being mixed with the like resource management atmosphere and it getting stressful to like juggle all these balls and keep it going without like
Juggle all the
Just
balls.
can't seem to juggle all these balls, can you, Noah?
I can't.
If only you could mind clap them.
Well, you're constantly doing one task and you're like, I wish it would come faster. And yeah.
There's a lot of interesting games that were like $5 or less.
There are a lot of good ones. We should do another. I am very excited to, actually put a little bit of something behind this. Because I feel like I kind of phoned it in this time.
Oh, I know what game I'm going
We'll
to
have
do.
more. This is just the first edition of Bargain Bin.
Bargain bin!
Bargain
Bargain
Bin.
bin!
Oh my god, House Flipper is $2.49 right now.
Oh boy.
If I have time to work on it, there is a boomer shooter that I want to do for my next one. It's like $4.99.
Well, that'll probably be after a few more like main episodes. Hopefully. Or not. I don't know. We don't want to do 2 bargain bins in a row.
No, we can't do 2 in a row.
We gotta do a real man episode.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
manly episode.
Well, I am playing Red Dead 2 right now, so that lines up.
Howdy, partner. I've been
I
debating
don't know
on
about
buying
all
it.
that. What?
Debating on buying it, but there's too much stuff I gotta finish. I never finished that game
It
though.
goes on sale pretty often.
I know.
It
There's
is
just-
a game.
I know I'll take so much time on it. I spent like hours just running around the map in that game, just because, like, not with any goal in mind, other than just reach all the corners of the map.
Bargain bin!
Well,
Have a
that's all
lot,
I
I
have to
think,
say
you
about
can
my
play.
bargain bin.
How do we close a bargain bin off?
How do we close the bargain? One does not simply close the bargain bin.
Well, we should absolutely do a little bit of housekeeping and once again remind our viewers to, just make it known that how excited we all are for Constantine 2. We
Hey.
should just
Now that I've finished
that again.
Baldur's Gate,
uh-huh.
life can continue again.
We should do a Baldur's Gate.
We
episode.
will do a Baldur's Gate episode.
Now that we're all alive again, remember to, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell.
Follow us at Rogues Nerdery
Oh yeah, we
on
okay.
Instagram.
Tell other people about Rogues Nerdery.
Follow us on Spotify, Amazon, Pandora. We have
Make
a
sure
big
to spread the word.
Pandora
Everyone should know
following.
about us.
Oh, we got
Oh.
shirts. But just for
No.
us though. Not for you. If you are interested in that, then
We're
let
Join
us know,
Rogues
but
Nerdery. Become a host if you want Rogues Nerdery.
It's in
shirt,
progress.
Because
It's something we're looking at. I just thought it'd be funny to beat the line and then immediately caveat.
Email us at roguesnerdery@gmail.com. Be the first person to email us.
Yeah, we're still waiting on. Just do not mention HOTS, and you're fine. We will read it.
you mention HOTS, please leave an address. I've got some words to have with you. Unless it's good things you've said about HOTS, then, you're fine. But even then, I want to know more about you so that we can play some HOTS.
Well, anyways, I think
what
that's
else do we have?
that's it for our bargain bin.
That's it for Bargain Bin.
Until next time.
This has been Rogues Nerdery.
This has been Rogues
This has
Nerdery.
been Rogues Nerdery.
The deep into the tundras of Australia.